I know this is something my kids needed, a coach. And Michael Crowley, you've developed a coach in a ball. Why don't you tell us about this Magic basketball?
Sure. Well, the 9450 Smart Sensor basketball is a basketball that has 9 sensors inside of it that are designed to capture the motion of the ball that tells you a lot about the player that's moving it. It comes with a free app that you can download to Android or Apple. Well, really what it does is it connects instantly to that app so that as you're playing and you're trying to learn a new skill, whether it's shooting or ball handling, and you want to stay engaged with it, and you want to learn to do it the right way, this will give you instant feedback every time you move the ball so that you start to learn right away what it feels like to do something correctly rather than just guessing. And it just leads to amazing improvement.
Well, and we're looking on the screen there of what you can do, but I also heard literally that you get audible feedback as well.
That's correct. So that's important because when you're playing sports and when you're doing something in motion like basketball, you don't want to stop and look at your phone every time. So the audible component is very important. But at the end of the day, what it is that it allows you to get that information in a way that is very natural to the game, so you don't have to stop, and that leads to that improvement cycle, so you can get those repetitions in and do it the right way.
So what sort of testing have you done on it? I mean, how long has this been out? Have you tested it with a bunch of kids or adults like me?
We've got tens of thousands of users across the globe, and before we even brought this to market, we had already worked with 20 to 30,000 players on our beta program. So the data that we used goes from NBA players all the way down to second graders. So we know very precisely that what you're doing and what it compares to is very real data, which makes it more useful.
And so, does it add any weight, or does it kind of throw you off balance or anything like that?
No, it doesn't do anything to the ball. So the ball is a game spec ball. You can't feel it. What's inside of it? It charges wirelessly, so you put it on a little charging pad, and so the battery that's inside, you can use it for long periods of time. Very rugged, durable skin. It's really meant to be just like a basketball you'd get without sensors in it, but it turns it into a digital coach. That's what our company does. We take objects that are common, but give them this element of information that you can use the information to be better at what you're passionate about being.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to giving it a shot here. So, Michael, wait, before we leave, one last question. You talked about taking objects and putting intelligence. Can you give us a hint of other things you might be doing this with?
Sure. So, really what makes us different as a company is the software that runs inside the chip. So that software right now, we're very focused on how do you take that and put it into things like the smartwatches that are coming out this year, so that you can turn things that already have sensors in them, but get that same rich experience of that continuous motion to help you in things like golf, for example, or running, or CrossFit, and those applications that might be a little older demographic, that different than the 8 to 18 we sell this to, but very passionate athletes that want that kind of feedback wherever they go.
And it's great because it's an unbiased coach and it uses very clear language, I suspect.
Very, very clear language, and the data is so precise it exceeds what the human eye can see.
And I imagine you also can track it over time and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. So all the data, that's what the app does. It collects that, it tracks it, lets you compare, it even lets you go things like head-to-head with people, even if they're not right in front of you. So the app does all kinds of things that are fun and engaging, but at the end of the day, you got to have data that you rely on, and we're very good at making very reliable, precise data.
So are you going to gamify it so I could have a game of virtual horse with my son back in San Jose right now?
You can already do that right now with this ball. So you can gamify, you can go through Twitter or social media and compete with people you don't see, or with people that are right in front of you. So a lot of fun stuff in the app and what you can do with the data.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate your time, and good luck with this.
Really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.